Alright, welcome. This is Health Matters with me, Dishen Kumar. And as you all know, all the viewers watching at home, what we do on Health Matters is we try to bring you the issues on health, on healthcare, on diseases to you so that you can actually get more information and also get different perspectives on different issues. But today we are here in Menara Suez Cap, and with me is Dr. Khor from University Malaya, who is the Senior Fellow of Health Systems and Policies. Thank you, Dr. Khor, for joining us today.
It's a pleasure to be here, Dishen.
All right, the reason both of us are sitting here today is because we want to have a conversation about about an issue that is happening in Malaysia, which is in the medical industry, the oversupply of doctors. So, Dr. Khor, we had a very interesting conversation before this when we were talking about the episode, how we want to do. Building a conversation is actually very important. And on the viewers watching at home, the people of Malaysia, there really needs to be a common understanding or very good understanding on the issue. So, let's start with the oversupply of doctors. So currently in Malaysia, how many doctors do we actually have?
57,000.
57,000.
For a population of 32 million people, that works out to be one doctor for every 550 Malaysians.
550. So what is the actual ratio? WHO, I think, has a ratio for doctors for each citizen and things like that. So what is the actual ratio that we need to follow?
Interestingly, the World Health Organization does not prescribe a doctor to population ratio.
Okay.
The Malaysian Ministry of Health talks about one doctor to every 400 people, 400 Malaysians. So it's possible that with the rate of producing doctors in Malaysia, we can meet this target as early as 2021. The World Health Organization does prescribe a target though. The target is 4.45 doctors, nurses and midwives per 1,000 population to meet the Sustainable Development Goals. Okay. So the interesting part is they did not prescribe the number of doctors only, but they put in nurses and midwives together to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals.
So it's like medical professionals in the health industry and things.
Quite true.
So for Malaysia, do we have that number?
We've already achieved that number. In fact, in 2013, 6 years ago, we've already achieved that number. I believe in 2013, if memory serves me, it's 4.59 doctors, nurses and midwives per 1,000 population.
All right, so let's talk about the issue of doctors and what is the situation currently. 57,000 doctors that you said. Do graduating medical students who have a medical degree, they want to get into the hospitals, and because that's how it is, they have a medical degree, they have to do their internship in hospitals, which is called housemanship. There is a bottleneck there, definitely, because the number of positions or number of places in the hospitals is not the amount, doesn't come to the amount of the doctors graduating outside. So why does this happen? Why is it that?
Well, it's helpful to put a few numbers there for a start. It used to be about 5 years ago, we were graduating 3,000 doctors per year. Okay. Last year, or maybe 2017, we graduated about 6,200 doctors.
Wow, so that number has doubled.
Yeah, doubled in a space of about 5 years or so. But this is because of policies that the government has put into place maybe about 10 or 20 years ago, because we wanted more doctors. And I think more doctors is a good problem to have rather than having too few doctors and trying to catch up. But obviously there will be some challenges about oversupply, some challenges about quality, some challenges about distribution too, all of which we can talk about. You asked a question about oversupply and why that is happening, Dishen. It's happening for a few reasons. Firstly, there's way too many people graduating as doctors in a short period of time, so that's one reason. Secondly, the system is not able to absorb all of them. Okay. And when the system, for example, only has 4,000 to 5,000 places and 6,000 come out every year, and more will come out every year as well, there will be an inevitable waiting period. And sometimes they wait as long as 1 year. And during that 1 year, they could de-skill. The term de-skill means that they lose all their knowledge and so on. So there's the challenges there. There's a third reason why there's an oversupply at the moment and why there's a waiting line. The first one is way too many doctors. The second one is the system doesn't have enough places for the doctors to come in. And the third one is the doctors who actually make it into the system, they take time to leave housemanship. Okay. And the official terms for that are they are extended or they repeat a posting. So housemanship is 2 years, you spend 4 months each in medicine, in pediatrics, in ONG, for example, in obstetrics. And if you do longer than 4 months, it's called an extension. An extension happens for various reasons. It could be incompetence, it could be lack of skills, lack of knowledge, it could be that the doctor is not safe, or it could be a disciplinary problem. So when you enter the system, but you take time to leave the system, it leaves little chance for the next person to come and enter the system. So these are the 3 reasons why there's an oversupply.
Okay, now because we know there's an oversupply, people in the industry know, the government knows, MOH knows, but what has been done to try to handle that problem so far, and whether has it worked? Obviously it hasn't worked because we're still having this conversation, but what do you think they have done so far?
They've done, they as in the Ministry of Health have done quite a number of things actually. Obviously success is, shall we say, mixed, because no matter what you do, there's always an inherent demand in an Asian society for our children to become doctors, for example.
Yeah.
So I think the demand will always be there, and this will be a perennial problem. But let's talk about some of the things that they've done, and I think we've enjoyed some mixed success with this, right? We can always do more and have better ideas and so on too, obviously. Yeah. So one of the first things that they've done is actually to create more houseman training centers. We have 144 public hospitals in Malaysia, and if memory serves me right, about 45 of them are house officer training centers. Okay. And they've expanded that from about 30 or so when they staff more government hospitals with specialists, and then you'll be able to accept new house officers to train. Okay. The second thing that they've done is to think about, and also in some small pilots, implement what is called an accelerated housemanship program from 2 years to bring it down to 1.5 years. Okay. So these 2 steps at least will mitigate a little bit of the oversupply.
Okay, so you were talking about that accelerated houseman program. Is it, let's say if a houseman is very good at their job and they are very excellent in what they do they get a reduced number of years to do their housemanship, or is the same number for everyone? Is there one of the things that they also can do? Or?
It's the same number for everyone. But if you get a really competent doctor, then the doctor will go through the process much quickly. Indeed, the medical profession is governed by the Medical Act 1971, and the Medical Act prescribes 12 months housemanship in only 3 postings. A medical-based speciality, it could be pediatrics or medicine. A surgical-based speciality, it could be general surgery or general orthopedics, and obstetrics and gynecology. And the Medical Act with a 12-month duration, we've actually lengthened it to 18 months. So when I did my housemanship, it was 18 months, and then it became 24 months. It has pros and cons, you know. Every decision that you make has a pro and con. And now they're thinking about cutting back to 18 at the moment.